Have you ever pondered, what is fair? This question lies at the heart of one of the most intriguing parables found in the New Testament, the parable of the laborers in the vineyard. Imagine a landowner who, at the break of dawn, hires workers for his vineyard. He agrees to pay them a denarius for a day's work. With the agreement made, they head off to the vineyard to start their day. As the sun climbs higher, the landowner ventures out again around 9 in the morning. He sees others lingering aimlessly in the marketplace. He extends the same offer to them. Work in my vineyard, and I'll pay you a fair wage. They agree and join the others in the vineyard. The landowner repeats this process at noon and 3 in the afternoon. Each time he finds idle workers who he hires and sends off to his vineyard. Finally, at 5 in the afternoon, he finds yet more idle workers. When asked why they've been idle all day, they reply simply, "Because no one has hired us." So they too are sent to work in the vineyard. As dusk falls, the landowner instructs his foreman to call the workers and pay them their wages, starting with the last ones hired and ending with the first. Those hired at 5 in the afternoon are surprised to receive a denarius, the same wage promised to those who worked all day. When those who were hired first come to receive their pay, they expect to receive more than the agreed-upon denarius, but they too receive a denarius. This causes discontent amongst them. They grumble, "These who were hired last worked only 1 hour, and you have made them equal to us who have borne the burden of the work and the heat of the day." In response, the landowner calmly replies, "I am not being unfair to you, friend. Didn't you agree to work for a denarius? Take your pay and go. I want to give the one who was hired last the same as I gave you. Don't I have the right to do what I want with my own money, or are you envious because I am generous?" The parable concludes with a powerful statement, so the last will be first, and the first will be last. In essence, the parable of the laborers in the vineyard challenges our conventional understanding of fairness and equality. It suggests that generosity shouldn't be viewed as injustice, and it points to the extraordinary benevolence of God's kingdom. In this kingdom, the last will be first and the first will be last, a concept that turns worldly norms upside down. The parable invites us to reflect on our own attitudes towards fairness, generosity, and grace. It prompts us to question, are we envious because God is generous?